Hello, in this video tutorial you are going to learn how to schedule a task in Task Scheduler on Windows Server 2012 by Sachin Sami, powered by tech.peterchrist.com. Okay, now we are on Windows Server 2012 machine. Let's log on with administrative rights. Let me type down my very secret password. Let's press enter and the server manager will automatically open. Let's close the server manager first. The task scheduler helps you to schedule automated tasks that perform action at specific time or when a certain event occurs, which I am going to show you in a moment. Let's open task scheduler by going on start and then click on administrative tools. On the administrative tools, select task scheduler. Okay, let's close this. You can also open task scheduler by going on run. On the run, type the following command: is taskschd.msc, that is Tango Alpha Sierra Kilo Sierra Charlie Hotel Delta .msc. So now we are on task scheduler. You can use task scheduler to create and manage common tasks that your computer will carry out automatically at the time you specify. Let us check it out, the features of task scheduler. Let's click on create a basic task. Use this wizard to quickly schedule a common task. For more advanced options or settings such as multiple task actions or targets, use the create task command in the action pane. Let's open create task. Okay, the first is general tab, targets, actions, conditions and settings. Let's close this. The next option is import task. You can use this option to import a task to a task folder and allow you to use and run the task. Okay, the next is display all running tasks. This will display all the tasks which are currently running. As you can see here, you can refresh it from here. Let's close this. Enable all task history. A task history is tracked by events in the Microsoft Task Scheduler event log. You can enable or disable as you required. AT service account configuration. AT is basically a command line utility. It schedules commands and programs to run on the computer at specific time and date. By default, this uses a local system account, but you can change this from here. Select another user account, click on change user, click on cancel, as we don't require to change anything from here. One more time, let's click cancel. Okay, now let's see view option. By default, hidden tasks are not shown in the task scheduler user interface. You can view hidden task when show hidden task is selected. You can make the task hidden when you click hidden checkbox on the general tab of the task properties. Here you will also find a custom view option. Select or clear the checkbox to show or hide items in the console window. Here you will also find an option for refresh. If you want to refresh the task scheduler, you can click on refresh and there is a help option. You can find all the help you required. Now you have seen the overview of task scheduler. Let's create a new task. To create a new task, click on task scheduler library. From the action pane window, click on create basic task. You can use this wizard to quickly schedule a common task. Let us give a descriptive name to this task. That will be OpenP. OpenP stands for Open Programs. Now let's click next. When setting up a task, first decide what will trigger that task to start. A trigger is a set of criteria that when met starts the execution of a task. I have selected daily. Let's click next. Okay, now we are on daily properties. Let's assign a particular time to this task. Right now it is 4:29 and 39 seconds. Now let's change this to 30. Let's click next. Select first option and then click next. Now click on browse. Select an appropriate program which you want to start at the targeted time. I have selected this batch file which I have earlier created. Now click next. Basically this batch file will start Internet Explorer and Notepad and WordPad. Let's click finish. Now the task which we have created is shown here. Let's create one more task. Let me give this a descriptive name, that is close P. Basically what this task will going to do is close all the programs which are opened by the other task which we have earlier created. Now let's assign a targeted time when this task will run. That will be 4:32. Okay, let's click next and select first option, start a program, click next, click on browse. I'm going to select a batch file. Okay, as you can see, some programs has been automatically open because earlier we have created a task targeted to this time. Let's go back to the task scheduler. Okay, click next. Here you can see the summary of the task which you have just configured. First there is a name, then description. The third one is target. The targeted time is daily at 4:32 p.m. And the fourth is action, which is showing the path of the application going to be run. Let's click finish. Let's click on the task which we have just created. This will open the properties windows of this particular task. From here you can change the properties of the task. Let's click OK. Okay, now let's minimize this and check it out what programs has been opened by this scheduled task. Well, the Internet Explorer has been opened with this particular link. Let's minimize this one. And this is also Internet Explorer with this particular link. Let's minimize this one. The WordPad has been opened and the Notepad. Okay, let's maximize those windows back. Okay. Let's go back to Task Scheduler. Okay, now if I double click on this and go to the properties, on the targets you can see the time, that is 4:32:23 seconds. So now in few seconds this task will going to be run. Let's wait for a moment. Let's close this and minimize this one, and any second now. Okay, as you can see the programs which are open is now closed. Okay, now back on Task Scheduler. If you see here, let me refresh this window by clicking on the refresh button. Okay, now if you see here, next run time, that is 1/7/2013, and the time is 4:32:23 seconds. Now if you see here, the last run time, that is 1/6/2013, and the time is 4:32:23 seconds. Okay, now let's click on Open P. Okay, here you can see on the General tab the name of the task, that is Open P, the location, that is slash. Slash means it is in the root folder of the Task Scheduler. Let's open a different task. As you can see here, the location is this. Let's cancel this one. Okay, let's go back to our, that is on the root folder. As you can see here, the location is slash. Author is a person who have created this task. In our case, it is a local system administrator. Here you can provide an appropriate description to this task. Let's type down the description for this task. Okay, now let's see a security options. Scheduled task by default runs within the security context of the user who scheduled the task, and only runs if that user is logged on when the task is triggered. Now as you can see here, this task is running under the administrative privileges. To change this, you can click on Change Users and Groups. Click on Find Now. From here, you can select the appropriate user under which you want to run your task. Let's click Cancel. Cancel. You can specify that the task should run even if the account under which the task is scheduled to run is not logged on when the task is triggered. If you select the checkbox labeled Do not store password, Task Scheduler will not store the credentials supplied on the local computer, but will discard them after properly authenticating the user. If you select the checkbox labeled Run with highest privileges, Task Scheduler will run the task using elevated privileges token rather than the least privileges token. If you want to hide the task which you are creating, you can click on Hidden checkbox. Configure for. If a task is created on a computer running Windows Vista or Windows Server 2008 and the tasks need to be managed from a remote down level system like Windows Server 2003 or XP, then configure the task for the down level system. Otherwise, the task should be configured for Windows Vista or Windows Server 2008. Okay, let's uncheck the boxes which we have selected. Okay, let's close everything. Okay, close this and close this too, and also this. So if you like this tutorial, do give the thumbs up and subscribe. If you are facing any technical problem or have any suggestion, post your comment below the video. You can also follow me on Google+, Twitter and Facebook. In our next tutorial, I am going to tell you how to automate SQL Server Express backup using the SQL Server store procedure and the task scheduler. This video tutorial is presented by Sachin Sami, powered by tech.pdegrice.com.